Welcome to another edition of the Budde Telecom Files, and this time I would like to talk to you about some of the latest developments at Telstra in Australia. Not too long ago they signed a in principle head of agreement with the government that will see them actually providing their infrastructure to NBN-Co. NBN-Co can use that infrastructure under their conditions, and Telstra is receiving $9 billion for that, which approximately will lead to a $1 billion cash flow into the company based on the service that they will provide to NBN-Co. However, far more importantly, this also clearly puts Telstra on the road to the future. And the road to the future obviously is far more in the direction of structural separation. And under structural separation you've got three major segments: infrastructure, middleware, and by that I mean content, hosting, data centers, cloud computing, OSS, BSS, etc. And the third segment is retail. So Telstra will have to actually start making decisions. What are they going to do in each of the segments? In a structurally separated environment you get of course more competition. On the infrastructure side it will be construction companies, on the middleware it will be IT companies, and on the retail obviously there are many retail organizations who would like to use the digital environment to connect and sell and communicate with their customers. I've always indicated that the middleware, in my opinion, what I also call value-added infrastructure, is an area where the telecom companies could excel. Yes, they compete with IBM and others, but at the same time they have a huge distribution network that they can use to their advantage. And also, because of that, they have an opportunity to actually come with interesting proposals to their customers. For example, they can just obviously provide an outright sort of deal with them, but also they can say you can pay less and we actually start becoming involved in the transactions that are taking place over the network and basically clip the ticket in that sort of a situation. So interesting models that the telcos can offer. A very interesting development of course was a couple of weeks after the heads of agreement was signed by Telstra. They announced a deal with the Royal Association of General Practitioners. 17,000 GPs around the country are involved in this, and Telstra is going to build an application, a cloud computing application, or cloud computing applications for the GPs utilizing the national broadband network. This clearly indicates that Telstra is moving into that direction of that middleware, of that infrastructure, and it's good to see that they did win this order, obviously against some of the heavyweights in the IT industry as well. At the same time we've seen that Telstra is cutting some of its middle management, and that obviously has to do with the fact that in a structurally separated environment you don't have to have the same complexity as you have in a vertically integrated company. In a vertically integrated company you want to make it as complex as possible, that it makes it difficult to unravel the various sort of services. It makes it less transparent for the regulator, makes it very difficult to find what the exact costs are in relation to regulations. But obviously in a structurally separated environment that's no longer the case, and it's in Telstra's interest to actually start looking at what's the most cost effective way. And in my opinion it's roughly a 30% extra cost that's embedded in a vertically integrated environment. And to a certain extent, you know, the monopolistic position that you get from that sort of an environment might warrant that extra cost, but in a structurally separated environment of course that's no longer the case. So clear indication that Telstra understands that it has to be more competitive in that area, and therefore obviously you have to start cutting cost. On the retail side, the interesting development there is that we saw that the company significantly decreased its broadband prices for the fixed broadband services. And again, what is important in this new environment is building penetration. Penetration is becoming more important than ARPU, because what you want to do, you want to create the best possible platform that you can offer to others in who are interested in retailing their services to the people on the digital network. And Telstra of course is in an ideal position to make to build partnerships with other retail organizations who would like to join in selling over the digital network. So very clear indications that Telstra is well and truly on its way towards the future, and that it very well understands the new environment of structural separation that's going ahead of them, that they will have to make some significant changes. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm looking forward to talk to you the next time. More information about this topic and you will find at the end of the clip. See you next time. Bye.